Hi, my name is Paige. Honestly, it feels like there's no point in trying to reason with people who are so soulless and so far gone that they openly mock the tragic assassination of someone that they don't agree with. But the two city council members who did just that need to be publicly shamed and know that this type of behavior will not be accepted in this country. But you know, one of the best parts of social media is that it shows you who people really are. And hate-filled leftists can't help but to post every thought they have online, exposing how they truly feel about people who don't agree with them. Councilwoman Beck quickly took to Instagram after it was announced Charlie Kirk had been shot and posted "unfortunate" with an out-of-context quote from Charlie Kirk about the Second Amendment on her story, making it clear that if you support the Second Amendment and are tragically killed by a mentally ill man with a transgender boyfriend, that you deserved what happened to you. Does that sound like an elected official you'd be comfortable with having power to make laws? Beck also allegedly went after the volleyball coach and athletic coordinator at her daughter's high school because her daughter did not make the volleyball team due to missing tryouts. She also allegedly called the volleyball coach a white, skinny, dumb bitch. Are you starting to see how these people operate? They will call you names such as racist, bigot, white supremacist even, if you don't give them their way. Now, I'm going to read some quotes from the emails Mr. Nettles wrote because he was mad that the flags were ordered at half-staff. Well, let me just say, honestly, you need to pick up a dictionary. You're an elected official and can't even use proper grammar. But anyway, Mr. Nettles first tried to say Charlie was racist and sexist, then also wrote, quote, "Times have dramatically changed, as well as council, sorry. It sent a bad message when we're not informed about the flags. It was like having a stroke trying to read what was said in those emails." But you know what, Councilman Noodles, you're right. Times have changed. The types of people like you who actually spread hate and division and bully those who don't agree with you will no longer be calling the shots. And interestingly enough, Councilman Noodles is a pastor and owns a daycare center. Once again, does this sound like a person you should trust, especially with your children or teaching in a church? Both of you should be ashamed of your actions and should not hold an elected position. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Brian Sprague, followed by Adrian Smith.
It was.
Tina, please. No interaction. It's fine. I'm just asking for no interaction. Thank you. Tina, please. Last warning. Just try to be quiet during.
Did you tell her to be quiet?
I did. She's leaving. Do you want to leave or you want to stay? I'm asking nicely.
No
Your choice.
I know.
There's been plenty of commentary for the evening.
It has.
Great. So that's last warning.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and thank you guys for being here. We already got a $5 super chat from Nay Chance. R.I.P. Charlie. Alex, keep up the great work. Well, that's a great way to start the show. And we got to start the show with my beautiful baby girl, prepaid wireless, crushing it, defending Charlie Kirk's honor in front of the Fort Worth City Council. And it was an emotional day. There was a lot of combativeness from the people attending, not even participating, just the people watching. You could even see by the woman that had type 2 diabetes named Tina. She was really personally affected by your speech, and she wanted to give her own commentary, but she didn't have the courage, I think, to even go up to the mic. But I don't know, maybe she did speak. I got kicked out of the meeting, and so I didn't really get to say much. But your speech, you got to speak the whole time. And then what happened, babe? The Fort Worth Star-Telegram, is it true? They wrote about it, or who wrote about it? Was it the Star-Telegram?
It's Fort Worth Reporter.
Oh, Fort Worth. That's not even a news outlet. But I mean, whatever.
Well, there were a bunch of reporters there, but I haven't seen anything else come out. But no, the lady that I had that interaction with, she had been sitting there laughing after my speech, obviously, after Jimmy's speech. Anyone that spoke positively about Charlie Kirk, she would just sit there and cackle super loud. So I couldn't take it anymore and just asked her, "Oh, was that funny to you?" And then she told me to shut up, and then we just started going back and forth. But I just couldn't handle the disrespect.
She's a black woman. She's been a victim of gun violence. She's seen a lot of gun violence in her life, so she's very desensitized to seeing that by Charlie Kirk. So she doesn't have the same ability to empathize like we do because we didn't live in a trap house getting shot up every night. Okay, but I guess we'll just play this. I really don't want to even give them the credit, but we'll just watch the version. I'm not even going to post it, but you guys can see a quick version of what happened to me. You can show my computer. Here, I'll play it. Let's see.
Almighty, this is a very gay place, Maddie. You've made the city very good. And speaking of being gay, Chris, everybody knows that you're, a down low brother, that you're in a closet. I mean, that's why you're on audio recording saying, that's why you're on audio recording talking about your wife cheating on you.
Alex,
And that's what.
if we just focus on remarks that are focused on things not directed at council members. Sorry, go ahead. You're okay.
I'm allowed to talk about the council members. So what I'm saying is like, when you got a bad built, butch body redhead like you,
Alex, you can't, yeah. Okay, order, Alex, time's expired. You
guys suck.
Time's expired.
You guys suck.
Thank you.
You suck. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Let him talk. Let him fucking talk. Let him fucking talk, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That is so fucked up. You see? What about freedom of fucking speech? Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Alex Stein 99. You cannot take his voice away. Now look at this guy in these ugly ass shorts with his fucking ugly ass beard. Get out of here. I want to see Alex. That's what I've been waiting for 4 hours for.
What? I didn't know this bitch was roasting me. What the heck?
Jimmy, you're catching strays. Okay, you can get rid of that. I don't even know why you caught such a big stray, but I think Rachel giving me all that gas, I feel like I could fly to Europe right now. I mean, I'm fully loaded. She was gassing me up. So thank you to Rachel, but yes, my speech didn't go very well. I didn't come correct. I got triggered because the guy before me was this like flaming homosexual that brought out a pride flag and was rubbing rubbing his AIDS all over the microphone. So I was
literally every speaker before us, except for maybe two, and it was all white people also. They were calling us white supremacists, saying that we're racist, of course. It was insane. Like, obviously, I know.
I mean,
you don't think that was crazy how many white people went up there?
They're partially correct.
I mean, maybe.
I didn't like that black woman, right? What did well, and I like black people, but what did Chris Rock say? You don't know?
No. What are you talking about?
You don't know the famous Chris Rock joke?
No.
That there's a difference between blacks and N-words?
No, never heard it.
All right, let me pull it up. Oh my God. You've never seen this?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. And then Michael Scott made it famous on The Office. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Can you take the laptop?
Black people. You know why? Because we hate black people too.
I'll start from the beginning. That sounds like...
Everything white people don't like about black people really don't like about black people. There's some shit going on with black people right now. There's like a civil war going on with black people. And there's two sides. It's black people and there's niggas. And niggas have got to go. Every time black people want to have a good time, ignorant ass niggas fuck it up.
So, yeah, that's the legendary Chris Rock thing that I was referencing. I hope we don't get a YouTube strike. That was Chris Rock. He's allowed to say that. But
yeah, the best show ever. Everybody hates Chris.
you like that show? See, I didn't even watch that. It shows how young you are that was your favorite show. I watched it a little bit, but...
it was funny.
It was good?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. I do need to watch some of those episodes. But real quick, we got to pay the bills. We got to talk about the memorial, but we got to get into home title lock. Guys, if you're a homeowner, you need to listen to this. In today's AI and cyber world, scammers are stealing home titles and your equity is the target. Here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee with your county, and just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name. Then they take out loans using your equity or even sell your property, and you won't even know it's happened until you get a collection or foreclosure notice. So when's the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, you need to do something about it right now. That's why I've partnered with Home Title Lock so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Use my promo code ALEX at HometitleLock.com and you'll get a free title history report and a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HometitleLock.com and use promo code ALEX. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code ALEX. All right. Well, babe, I wanted you to come on the show as well because we spent a very emotional weekend in Phoenix, Arizona, celebrating the life of Charlie Kirk. Now, you were very emotional at this event. Can you describe what you were doing for most of it?
Yeah, I was crying. But it was just very weird. Like, as soon as we stepped on the premise, I just wanted to start crying. It was just very sad energy, obviously. But for some reason, the gospel music just kept making me cry over and over and over again. And I don't know, it was just, I didn't personally know Charlie or even have a conversation with him, but just seeing someone get their life taken like that so brutally, and his poor wife and children, it was just a lot.
It was very emotional, and then you had people that were obviously like, it kind of was weird because you're happy to see people. People were happy to see me, but they were sad in the circumstances in which we were meeting new people and making new friends. So, very emotional day. Do we have any B-roll of some of the memorial?
Yeah, we'll put it up.
And you know, some people were criticizing the memorial because they did have the WWE fireworks. I thought they were badass.
Yeah.
And at my memorial, I definitely would want even more pyrotechnics. I'm not kidding when I say that. I think that we would all, when we die, be honored to have pyrotechnics at our memorial. And anybody that would disagree with that is lying, and you're a dishonest scumbag for even saying that. And I thought they were subdued with the pyrotechnics compared to a typical Turning Point event, which Charlie loved the pyrotechnics and all of the smoke and the fire. So once again, that is such a lame critique because I actually like that. It kind of brought some good energy right before the speakers spoke, because every speaker came out there and obviously said some very sad, you know, story or time where Charlie affected their life greatly. And then, of course, our guy Tucker Carlson speaks, who we love. Tucker is my biological stepfather. He's helped me out a lot, and he was like a mentor to Charlie, and Charlie looked at him for advice, broadcasting, inspiration, you know, just a laundry list of things Charlie got from Tucker. And I'm sure Tucker got a lot of reciprocal information and knowledge from Charlie as well. But he spoke, and in his speech, he made a reference to hummus. Do we have that clip? Or I can pull it up. I can probably find it. Hold on, let me see if we got it. Let's find Tucker hummus. Let's see.
One of the craziest parts, though, is that seeing how they had to put up that bulletproof glass around the podium that like Trump and JD Vance spoke at. I don't know, it was just weird. You
notice how
Tucker
Tucker
wasn't behind it.
He wasn't behind it. Okay, let's pull. You can pull up the clip. I think this is it. Let's play it. Let's see.
Christian evangelist.
One of the craziest parts, though, is that
it actually reminds me of my favorite
Oh
story.
crap!
It's the podium that.
Sorry about that. Is playing. This is playing. Okay, sorry. Now, hopefully it should work. Okay, so this guy's, before we play this clip, Tucker was getting canceled online because they're saying that this story, the story of Jesus, was anti-Semitic. Okay, let's watch this.
Ultimately, he was a Christian evangelist. And it actually reminds me of my favorite story ever. So it's about 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem, and Jesus shows up and he starts talking about the people in power, and he starts doing the worst thing that you can do, which is telling the truth about people, and they hate it, and they just go bonkers. They hate it, and they become obsessed with making him stop. This guy's got to stop talking. We've got to shut this guy up. And I can just sort of picture the scene in a lamplit room with a bunch of guys sitting around eating hummus, thinking about what do we do about this guy telling the truth about us? We must make him stop talking. And there's always one guy with the bright idea, and I can just hear him say, I've got an idea, why don't we just kill him? That'll shut him up. That'll fix the problem. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Everything is inverted.
I think that's a beautiful story, and comparing Charlie with Jesus, I think, is a very apt description. I mean, I think that they are, you know, you compare those two, I think that they kind of are similar in a lot of ways. Jesus obviously died at 33 and Charlie at 31, and they both went to heaven. And I'm not saying Charlie was God or the Son of God, but he was probably the closest thing in the human form, or pretty close to it. So, babe, what did you think about Tucker getting canceled for those statements?
I think that it's stupid. I don't know. I feel like anything is considered anti-Semitic. So, I mean, at this point, it's just like being called a racist at this point. It's not.
I know. It's
really annoying. It's really just exhausting, and it's annoying. And how Charlie did that video with the younger Turning Point leaders where they actually talked about this topic. They're completely right. It's like the more that you call someone a racist or anti-Semitic, you're going to push them towards actually being that way.
That is true. It's like Rabbi Shmuley. He does more to create anti-Semitism than anybody in the world. And speaking of people that are cringe, we had a cringe protester outside. I only talked to him for a second. You know, we weren't really in the mood to talk to these people. But by the time, I guess, we walked out there, some of the protesters, a lot of them had disappeared. And there were some videos going viral of a bunch of trash. And that trash, where it was left, was actually where the protesters were staged. It was all of those protesters that made this mess. But let's just play a little clip of this twink. Yeah, like waving a pride flag.
You're a real low-life protesting a memorial. This person is a low-life scumbag. Get a life.
Joe Biden won the election, and you lost the MAGA fence.
Your parents are ashamed of you. I mean, that guy is the definition of flaming F-A-G-G-O-T, right?
Yes, and of course there was an Antifa person there wearing a mask with a Palestine flag as well. That was right next to that guy. It's like, what are you doing protesting someone's funeral? You just look like a retard, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, those Palestinian people are crazy. The gay people, they're like 5 times vaccinated. He's probably on antidepressants and Lord knows what kind of...
He's definitely on drugs.
He's probably on ecstasy. He looked like he was tripping on Molly. He was kind of sweating, and the way he was like vibing and like getting a flag, it looked like he should have been in a Miami nightclub with one of his boyfriends, you know, eating... He should be eating hummus, but butt hummus. Also, it was a very emotional day, but at the same time, I think Charlie would have been extremely happy with the event because they said that his dream was to always have a Turning Point event inside of a stadium. So Charlie did get his wish. It's just such a sad tragedy. That video and watching Charlie, you know, pass away in that fashion is just going to haunt the entire world for the rest of history, unless you're like a 300-pound black woman whose all of her brothers and sisters have been shot by gun violence and you're desensitized to it all, and you really almost want other people to be victims of it so you feel more of a connection to them because spiritually you're dead inside. Okay, with all that being said, we're talking about violence on college campuses. A lot of people are currently going viral because they're being assaulted by college students that are not really happy with their attitude of having public discourse on their campus. And we had a very intense event at the University of West Georgia with our friend Gwyn Andrews, who is a chapter leader of Turning Point at West Georgia University. And we had a viral moment as well. I don't know if it's as viral as the ones that are going on now with the HBCU, but it was pretty dang close. So is our guest ready? Let's bring on the one, the only Gwyn Andrews. Gwyn, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing good. You see we got prepaid wireless. We got Paige in the building. Okay, so for reference, let's play one of the signs of them stealing, or you know, the video of them stealing the sign, excuse me. Look at these ladies. Wait, what are they doing? Oh my God, fight! There's a fight! They're grabbing signs! Look at Gwyn! Film this! Do not steal the signs! Oh, I like this. This is good. This is good. Oh, wow! Dog life. The sign is gone. Wow. Look at the cop. Look at the cop. That was wild. All right, guys, that was fun. Yeah, Gwyn! Give it up for Gwyn! She was like a freaking safety, just, you know, cutting them off. That was great. See, guys, this is fun. We're having fun. Gwyn, that was great. You were like a middle linebacker, you know, tackling a running back, getting that sign back. So can you tell us, this event got even crazier after this, and it got you in some trouble. So I'm sorry that we're actually covering this the next semester, the following semester. We should have got to this sooner, but can you tell us about the kickback after the Primetime 99 experience on campus?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually had some students on campus create a petition to get our Turning Point group banned. That gained around 2,000 signatures. We had the school pressing us to put out a statement saying that we apologize for hosting Alex Stein and will do better in the future about making sure our speakers are not as controversial. And then we actually had to get a new advisor for our group as well. We also had
time
around
out,
15
Gwyn.
people.
I have to cut you off. 2,000 signatures, that was good. I wish I would have got more. you had to make a statement? You had to make that statement? I didn't know that.
No.
That's new. You didn't? You didn't make a
I
statement?
didn't. We were asked to by
Ooh.
multiple portions of the university, and I would not put out a statement on our Instagram.
Now I wish you would have told me. I almost would have asked you to put out a statement because we should have pretended I got canceled more because I think it would have been a bigger story. But other than my canceling, I'm just going to talk about my ego. You got in trouble, and that is actually the bigger story, and that's why I'm worried. So they had this big kerfuffle, and they wanted you to denounce me, but you got in trouble, and then some other students got in trouble. So can you explain what was the ramifications from all this?
Yes, I don't know the full extent of it, but I do know from communication of my advisor that the school was calling that I violated sign policy, I violated Title IX issues, I put minority students on campus in danger, and that we were creating an unsafe, unhealthy environment for our fellow students on campus.
Wow, that's a pretty bold statement. And but tell me this, you were part of the student government. Didn't you almost get suspended from student government?
Yes, I actually had to attend a meeting where I was drilled by every student government person in there who they got to ask me questions and I had to answer them. And then I had 2 people call for me to put on probation throughout this semester.
Wow, academic probation for having me on campus to have a debate. And things really didn't get that spicy until the end. And, we're not going to overgeneralize or oversimplify, but it was just one group that was really the aggressive people. I didn't expect to be so aggressive. And in my experience of all the campuses I went to, I do think West Georgia was the wildest. Would you say so, babe?
Yeah, I think it was because
LSU was pretty close.
LSU was wild too, and it had the same type of group there. But them coming and ripping the signs, and it was wild. I think it was definitely one of the most crazy.
So, Gwyn, I want to ask you, as a college student, do you think political violence on college campuses, obviously Charlie is the most tragic thing ever, do you think it's only going to increase? What do you kind of speculate is going to happen in the near future on college campuses, Gwyn?
Unfortunately, I see the phrase monkey see, monkey do. And we have seen the most extreme form of that in the death of somebody that we so loved. And I hope to not see this prevail on college campuses, but unfortunately, I do think that there will be an increase of violence among those who disagree, yes.
And do you think that the left will get away with it? Because in this case, they did. We were not the aggressors. It was them that really got the signs, that kind of got the protests going. So do you have any faith in, I guess, left-wing violence actually getting dealt with properly on these campuses? Because if it was a right-wing person, if it was you being the aggressor, I think that they would have held you, to the letter of the law. But that's not the case when it comes to somebody that is a leftist or, Marxist, communist.
Yeah, absolutely. I can speak for the University of West Georgia specifically. The president at the time did release a statement saying that we had our First Amendment right to be there and that no charges would be taking place of the students that were involved, i.e. me and my VP.
No charges? Wait, they were potentially going to charge you with what? You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, what was the potential charge? Did they tell you what you, what? What was it?
They were going to put my student application under review for the following semester to see if I could return as a student, and they said that I violated Title IX on campus.
Oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous, Gwyn. We live in this baby back, bullcrap, sensitive society, and with these colleges trying to, I guess, demonize you for, exercising your First Amendment right to have a speaker on campus. It's absolutely ridiculous. So are there any turning point events at your campus scheduled for this semester?
Yes, we actually are having Riley Gaines on November 20th.
Ooh, that'll be a good event, and I know they're going to be pissed when Riley Gaines gets on campus, so that is going to be spicy too. The West Georgia University Police are going to be very busy that day. So, Gwyn, I guess tell us a little bit about Turning Point and how this horrible tragedy with Charlie has affected you. I'm sure it has been very emotional for you. We saw you at the memorial for Charlie, which was a fun event, sad event, but it was still, a fun event to go to overall. Can you tell us how you're dealing with it all?
Yeah, so our group last semester, I would say we had about 5 consistent active members. In the last 2 weeks, we have had 55 people join our chapter from the University of West Georgia. We have raised over $2,000 from people in the community who just want to help support in any way they can. And we posted a vigil that we actually had a couple people show up to protest, but were eventually removed by campus police. So we have seen an outpouring of support from the community and students on campus who I would consider were closeted conservatives last semester, and this semester just feel like they need to take that leap of faith and step up for truth.
Yeah, so overall, once again, it's terrible tragedy. But for Turning Point, this has been a positive thing when it comes to more campus interaction and more people that are willing to be unapologetically conservative or unapologetically themselves, even if they're not super conservative. Like you said, there's some people kind of in the closet that are kind of figuring out their own political viewpoints because they're young. And if they can kind of go to a organization like Turning Point, they can kind of be, I guess, put in the right direction, I think. So that's why it's so important that we have these Turning Point chapters on campuses. Okay, before we go, is there anything you want to say or shout out? I know you're a college student, and we're going to put links to all of your social media in the description because we want everybody to go follow you, Gwyn, and support you. But I guess, give us an update. When do you graduate? What's the future for you, Gwyn?
Yeah, absolutely. So I should graduate fall of next year. I hope to go into nonprofit work with women who are considering abortion and maybe help convince them otherwise, as somebody who has experienced an unexpected pregnancy myself. And I would leave women and men and everybody with the phrase that Christ is King, and the hope that you feel that is missing right now if you are not a follower of Jesus can only be found in him.
That is true. And Gwyn, we don't have to get too much into your personal story. I don't know how much you want to reveal, but it is a very special story. You had a baby at a young age when a lot of other girls would have had an abortion. That's very brave of you. That's very courageous of you. So can you tell us why you're so anti-abortion?
Yeah, absolutely. When I was 19, I had an unexpected pregnancy. I was a college athlete and I considered abortion. I actually had an abortion pill scheduled in Atlanta at a Planned Parenthood. And I am so against abortion because after I held my daughter in my arms for the first time, I had realized that I had devalued life as a way to get my life back on track. And I think that we see so much now the prevailing of the life being devalued as people are willing to, as we've talked about, take violence through political issues, and then abortion, babies being murdered because women aren't financially stable. And so I feel called and encouraged by my Savior and by my experience to go help women realize that they are not alone and that there is support out there and that no situation is too far gone.
I love that message. I love that message, babe. Is there anything you want to say to Gwyn?
Yeah, of course, I'm glad that we got to meet through Turning Point. But did you see anyone on campus celebrating Charlie's death? I feel like based off the group that was there at Alex's event, there would be a lot of people that were doing that.
Yeah, we didn't see anybody person to person, but Yik Yak definitely was running wild. There's been a ton of ridiculousness on social media saying that we should have had a vigil for Palestine as well. So it's definitely been interesting.
Wow, yeah, that would have been very interesting. Okay, well, Gwyn, I'm happy that Turning Point is having so much success right now. I know you're super busy this semester, so keep up the great work. I know Riley Gaines is going to bring the energy and bring out all the ghouls to the protesters, but I know it'll be a great event. And is there anything else you want to shout out before you go?
No, I think that's it. Christ is King.
Christ is King. You are the best,
Yeah.
Gwyn. Keep up the good work. We really appreciate you being a linebacker and protecting our whole entire event. You literally were right there. You can tell that you're an athlete because you're just freaking, vicious, heat-seeking missile. So keep on defending liberty. Keep on keeping on. And we really, really appreciate you, Gwyn. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Gwyn.
Alex, we got a couple super chats.
Oh, please read them.
Aaron Labato said, R.I.P. Charlie, scorched earth time, prime time 99 all day.
Thank you.
Then Coy said, I miss the heck out of Charlie. At least we have Charlie Kirk.
That is true. It is like the dollar store version. It's still not as good as it's not as good as the actual Pop-Tarts. I'm like the fake Pop-Tart version. Those are just never as good.
And then Ollie says, I love the video that you did with the banana and, okay.
With the banana and what?
And the
Darius?
fella. I found your channel from Philip Scott, African Diaspora, great replacement app. I feel like this is...
Wait, that video is going viral, the banana video?
I feel like they're trying to trick me into saying something bad.
Oh, they are, because it's probably some African American black supremacist that's sharing it, and I love it. I don't care. You can keep sharing it. I think that clip's funny. Any other super chats?
There was no.
Okay. No, that's perfect. We appreciate them. Thank you guys for sending those super chats. No super chat is too small or too big. All right, some bourbons chase trends. Flying Ace chases legacy. This is straight bourbon the way it was meant to be. Bold, balanced, and unapologetically American. No gimmicks, no fluff, just real whiskey made for people who still believe in hard work, high standards, and doing things the right way. Whether you're winding down after a long day or raising a glass with good company, Flying Ace delivers every time. It's not about hype, it's about heritage and getting back to what bourbon was always supposed to be. If that sounds like you're kind of poor, it's time to level up. Buy online at flyingacespirits.com and use the code BLAZE for free shipping. flyingacespirits.com. Use that promo code BLAZE. Get that free shipping. You don't have to go to the liquor store, so you can order it while you're drunk. Oh, never mind. That is why the shipping's good, though. You don't have to drive to the store. Drunk driving's bad. I do think drunk driving's bad. Do you have any comment on that?
No, I agree. I just have a lot.
Some people think drunk driving's cool.
I know, a lot of people do think that.
There was a time in my life I used to think drunk driving was cool.
No, you didn't.
When I was in college.
Oh, yeah.
I drove drunk to New Orleans a couple times from Baton Rouge. Drunk.
See, this is the thing.
Drove back a couple times drunk.
Like, there's a difference. Everyone's, driven whenever they are a little too buzzed. But if you're driving...
See, that's the problem, real quick. I don't even want to let you finish this sentence. And no disrespect, you're exactly right. Because every idiot has either get a DWI or crash their car drunk because everybody at first thinks, oh, I can do this. I can do. Like, everybody tries to drive drunk, and I do not encourage you. Do not do it. It's very dangerous. My point is, everybody, when they're young, you feel like you have adrenaline because you're loosey-goosey. Oh, I can drive home. And do not do that. Do not do that. We definitely don't want you to get in an accident. Well, babe, you know how you're so sad that our house is a mess because our housekeeper got deported by Tom Homan?
Yes, I was the one that reported her, actually.
I know, which now our house is a mess, and you want me to hire some maid that's American that is way more expensive. That probably can't even clean as good. So, a friend of the show, Dennis Quaid, famous actor from the movie Any Given Sunday, he recently went on Piers Morgan defending, believe it or not, I mean, it's like we're in the Twilight Zone. He was defending his housekeeper from deportation. So let's play the clip, and then we're going to play a clip of me sounding very similar.
I've been watching the whole immigration debate in America. I get the sense that most Americans applaud Trump for what he's achieved on the southern border. I think it's been extraordinary how quickly he's resolved that crisis. I think most Americans believe if you're undocumented in America and you commit a crime, you should be deported. But there is a real battle. You talk about the soul of America over people who may be undocumented but have been in America for a number of years, maybe built a family, paying taxes, contributing to society. And this sort of imagery of ICE agents running into Home Depot and grabbing people like that. Where do you sit with that? Do you feel it's gone too far? Do you feel comfortable with that kind of thing?
I've had experience myself. My housekeeper, who was in this country for decades, undocumented, really, because she had her sister's driver's license in order to get around. And,
identity fraud.
Found this out. This was back in 2016.
I wonder if she got a credit
really
card.
Afraid of Trump getting elected because she would, be thrown out of the country, she thought. And she lived in fear. And I said, no, what we have to do, Josie, is we have to do things right. So I sponsored her. We went through the process and we got her documented. We got her a green card, in fact, to be here. And she's going for her citizenship right now. And, after a year or two years later, or 4 years later, she wanted to get her citizenship because she wanted to vote for Trump.
And you know what? Her vote would have helped her get deported because Charlie would have wanted Josie deported. Now, let's play the clip of Charlie Kirk versus Charlie Kirk talking about this same situation.
Mr. Stein,
Well, Mr. Stein, that's my government name. My street name is Charlie Kirk, the world's greatest college debater. And I know you are a seasoned debater, but I am the best. And I must say, Charlie, you are talking about immigration. You're talking about deportations, mass deportations. But I must say that my housekeeper, Juanita, has raised me since I was a little boy. And she's as legal as hell. She's illegal. So I want to say that, Charlie, why would you want to kick out my housekeeper? Because we need to protect all big booty Latinas. If you're a 9, you are fine. You get to stay. If you're an 8, we can have an immigration debate. If you're a 6, you can kick bricks. But Charlie, let's protect my housekeeper. Why does Juanita have to go, Charlie?
But you said she's legal, right?
She's illegal, yes.
Oh, illegal. Okay,
illegal. Oh, yeah, she's very illegal. No papers.
I'm sorry, they all gotta go.
No, but Charlie, I can't afford to pay a legal one. It's like 50 cents an hour for her.
No, it's gonna break your bank.
Charlie, please, just let the lady stay. She's not.
No amnesty, no deportations, no exceptions. They're all going home.
Okay, well, I still won this debate. I love Charlie. We love it. We love you, Charlie. Keep
God
up the
bless
good
you,
work.
Alex. You want a hat?
Charlie, you rule. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Alex.
Wow. So Charlie Kirk definitely would not want Dennis Quaid's maid to stay, which I agree with. Dennis Quaid's maid, I mean, you know, she's using her sister's ID. You know, she's got probably a credit card in her sister's name. Her sister might not even be alive. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm in a moral conundrum. But I actually, at the same time, as a person that has an illegal housekeeper that is, you know, running away from Tom Homan currently, maybe I am empathetic to Dennis Quaid. So I don't know. Whose side are you on in this battle? Are you on Charlie's side or Dennis Quaid's side?
I'd have to say I'm on Charlie's side.
Can we ask the chat, whose side is the chat on? Are you guys on Charlie's side, full deportation, or are you for amnesty for big booty Latinas like Dennis Quaid and I? We want to get the chat's response. All the chat rats get in there and, you know, chat away, answer the thing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We need people to share the link. And thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. You know, it is a very, very special evening. We only have about 12 episodes left of Primetime with Alex Stein. I can't freaking believe it. But we're going to have a new show coming out soon, so you guys will, you'll still get a healthy dose of Primetime 99 Alex Stein. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. But I'm not going to be in this studio, and I'm not going to probably be here at the Blaze, sadly. But it is what it is. Life goes on, and I love my time at the Blaze. I love everybody here at the Blaze, and I got no complaints whatsoever about the Blaze. Love these guys. Okay, James O'Keefe, friend of the show, just had a bombshell report about Epstein. Let's put the full screen. So, Jimmy, can you read that?
Yep. World exclusive bombshell. Senior DOJ Epstein investigator reveals Epstein was CIA. Confirms grapes occurred while Bill Clinton was on the plane. Says of President Trump, he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there. I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and the grapes occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. The DOJ didn't want to go after Epstein because he's an asset for the United States and Israel. It's not talked about yet, but it's soon to come out that Epstein was a CIA informant.
Well, this is huge information, and the reason why people are probably linking Epstein to Israel is because the CIA and Israel share all of their intelligence, and MI6. It is the, I forget, what do they call it, like the triad of truth or something, where it's like the UK, Israel, America, and I think Australia is part of it as well. And we all share intelligence information. So that's why any information that Jeffrey Epstein would get for the CIA would be relayed to probably not just Israel, but to also MI6 in the UK. And then the whole time they have Prince Andrew, who's, you know, diddling kids and all this stuff. So there's a lot of weird connections. I will be very happy if we can get some confirmation that Jeffrey Epstein was working for people in the United States government in a clandestine, secret way. That will definitely answer a lot of questions. Will this, you know, will the fabric of society unravel if this information and truth comes out? I don't think so. Do you think people are actually going to even really celebrate this as much as they should? Because if we can find out that he's CIA, this kind of shows you that we have corrupt people within our own government that are molesting children. And that really should, I don't want a civil war, but it should spark pretty damn close to one.
Well, I think the DOJ or somebody, they put out a statement saying that that guy, like, doesn't know what he's talking. Like, they didn't deny what the guy was saying, but it was very weird, the statement that they put out. So and they put it out right after James O'Keefe's video that they just released. But I don't know. I mean, I think that people are going to celebrate, but at the same time, I do think that it's never going to be enough, and I don't think that we're ever going to fully get the truth.
Yeah, I have very little faith in our intelligence agencies when it comes to giving us the truth. They're going to give us some sort of watered-down fake version, the Matrix version, and we are trying to unplug from the Matrix. Now, I wanted to, gosh, there's been so many conspiracies about Charlie's unfortunate passing, and I just don't want to come on here and spread any of those conspiracies. And Tim invited me to go on, not invited me, I mean, Tim and I are working on a project together, and he wants me to go on Friday and do a Culture War episode where we talk about the conspiracy surrounding Charlie Kirk's death. And I just don't feel comfortable doing that yet because I work for Turning Point, and I don't think that they would be too happy with one of their campus representatives like myself going around and talking about these conspiracies. But I can definitely, understand and empathize with people that are interested in finding out more surrounding this. So, like, what do you think about that, babe? All the conspiracies without getting into them surrounding Charlie's death. Like, when is it an appropriate time to maybe consider some of the weird anomalies?
Well, I think anyone that is just going with the government's narrative, I mean, the government has lied to us about so much stuff. I don't understand how you could just believe everything that they're saying. But I really don't think that it's bad to question what happened. Now, I do think that there are some things where they've already been disproven and people are still posting it on the internet. That gets a little annoying. But I don't think it's bad at all to question and say, okay, was this guy a lone gunman?
Well, it's not that it's bad, but like, should we wait? Don't we need to wait a little? I mean, I need to wait.
I personally don't think that we should wait because the more time that passes, the more that it's just going to get brushed under the rug, in my opinion.
So you're full Candace Owens.
Yes, I am. And but his
I'm not full Candace Owens. I'm not.
No, Alex isn't. I am. But his transgender boyfriend is on the run.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. We need to get that transgender locked down, that furry freak. He's probably in a damn furry costume at a furry convention hanging out with people, like, and little do they know that he could have been, accessory to a brutal murder. Yeah. So, I mean, it's all very weird.
But I do get where you're coming from, though, especially how you love working for Turning Point and all the events that you do. I completely understand why, you kind of want to see what all information comes out, and you don't want to just start getting on the internet and just saying random things. But me personally, I mean, nothing about this has felt right since it's happened. I think the text messages are weird. I think there's a lot of things that just don't make sense, in my opinion.
I think that's fair. Now, we're going to keep talking about Charlie. He's probably going to get mad about this next video, but Charlie hated coconuts. I always wonder. I
didn't know that.
He hated coconuts for some reason.
I don't like coconuts either.
Yeah, like one time I was drinking like a pina colada. He's like, "What do you do?" I was like, "It's a virgin pina colada." He's like, "With coconut?" I was like, I asked him, "Do you want a sip?" He's like, "Does that have coconut in it?" He's like, "No, I hate coconut." And I always thought that was weird because I get, like, you hate coconut, right?
Yes, I hate it.
You hate it. I like coconut. I like German chocolate cake. I like pina coladas. But I learned something crazy. Do you have my screen? Did you know this about coconuts? Oh, shoot. Can you not hear that? Let's see. Oh. You ready?
How does water get into a coconut? Like, I drink water, right? But a coconut don't drink water.
The liquid which eventually reaches the coconut is referred to as the endosperm. The endosperm acts...
Damn, look! Creamy tissue! Oh! He's drinking cocoa! No!
How does water...
Coconut water is
tissue! Oh! He's drinking cocoa!
How does water get into
I mean,
coconut?
that makes sense. No wonder Charlie hated freaking coconuts. So,
Oh my God.
Did you know about the endosperm and the cocoa nut?
No, I didn't. I did not know that at all. Coconut water is disgusting, though. So.
It does, and it kind of tastes
so
like, I mean, I've never had, like, that mixed with water, but if I did, I imagine that's what the texture would be like. It's disgusting. Yeah, nobody really likes coconut water. Even if you're dehydrated, I don't even know if people like it. I mean, it's just so gross.
And like Almond Joys, or it does not have coconut in it. Those are gross too.
Oh, and I meant to play this clip. So this is to the Housekeeper clip. We love Ozzy Osbourne, and we love the Osbournes. They had a great reality show. but I meant to play this right after the Housekeeper clip. Look at Kelly Osbourne 10 years ago make an incredible point on The View that just they all agree with. Oh, can you hear it? Let's see. Let's go. You ready? Okay.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that
there's more jobs to be
in LA, they always,
but
they don't.
Latinos are not only the
No,
only people
I didn't mean it
doing
like that. Come on. No, I would never mean it like that.
Okay.
I'm not part of this argument with...
I think what you're saying is that Trump himself
needs to look at
probably relies on a lot of these people that he's insulting.
Oh, let's watch that one more time. Listen how she says the word toilet. She thinks that she's like a boss babe, that she just owned it. And listen, I love how The View just, and look how small the table used to be on The View. None of those hogs
She has that stupid libtard haircut, too.
Yeah.
She just looks so
This is
dumb.
10 years ago. Let's just watch it one more time. Just listen with like the viciousness that she's going to clean your toilet. Who's going to clean your toilet? Like she gets pleasure watching people clean her toilet. I'd say.
Every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be...
Look, every Latino. Look how she says, if you kick out every Latino, so Latinos can only clean toilets, according to her, basically.
This country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying, if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that...
The little head bob at the end, like she actually killed it.
But they don't. Are not only the only people
I didn't mean it like
that.
Come on.
Yes, she
No, I
did.
would never mean it like that.
Oh my gosh, that's a classic clip from Kelly Osbourne.
Alex and I watched that video like 5 times the other day because it was just so funny. The way that she said it, and you could just hear everyone like immediately like, oh no, no, no. Like it was just so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
That's how liberals work though. Like they think that they're fighting for these people, but they're really degrading them in a way. It's very weird.
It is very weird. Now, are you familiar with Dr. Umar, babe?
Yes, a little bit.
Now, he is one of my favorite content creators. He's a black supremacist.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I agree with him. I do think black is a superior race. I love this. He does not like zesty festy people. Similar to myself. I don't really like the zesty festy. That's why I was all flustered at that damn Fort Worth City Council meeting because the guy before me, like I said, had a pride flag rubbing his AIDS all over the microphone. But this is how you properly deal with zesty festies. Okay, you ready for the audio? I'm going to press play.
But when you come outside, you better have a jacket on. I don't care what shoes you put on. Why am I yelling? Block. Stupid ass questions. I need you to shake that booty. I'm blocking you, brother. We don't do that here. We don't do that. I'm sorry, my brother. Martin Luther King or LeBron James twerk off, you must be a zesty fester. We block you for disrespecting Dr. King. Okay, zesty festies. It took us 18... See, Neanderthal behavior. How far can you squirt? You know what? You melanin deficient calcified pineal devil. Let me block him real quick.
Calcified?
Nasty. Nah, somebody say you're the activist, you do it. I'ma block you for that, lazy ass Negro. I'ma block you for that. I love white women. Let me send you to the block party. No time for snow bunny love. And you calling people the N-word with a white Jesus? Goodbye. Goodbye.
With a white Jesus. You can't have a white Jesus. I respect that. Jesus was Jewish, so he's tan. And Ben Shapiro thinks Jewish are not white, Jews, according to Ben Shapiro. So I agree that he was not white. Okay.
Have a 5-minute block party. Who else? Let's have a 5-minute block party. Who else? I can't take it today. Where's the school at? Have a nice day. Where the school at? Goodbye. He said, where the school at? And I'm sitting at the school. Goodbye.
So that's how you handle online trolls, babe. What do you think about that? Do you think you can gain any information from that clip on how to handle trolls in the future?
Yeah, I think that we should use the block button. I mean, it's your social media, so why are we going to sit there and let people, annoy us? You might as well just block them, honestly.
I agree, and I love to block people, actually. I don't mind it at all. So I don't know if you guys saw the WNBA playoffs are currently happening. Is that correct, Jimmy?
That is correct.
They're still going on. And recently, at the end of a game, they had a technical difficulty. Let's play this clip. So the game is going on 4.8 seconds, and this is a playoff game versus the number 2 ranked Las Vegas and the number 7 seeded Seattle, whatever the hell they're called, the Seattle Tampons. Let's watch what happens in this huge playoff game that people are betting on, gambling on, and it even looks like there's a decent crowd. And the power went out. Look at that, guys. There's still time on the clock. These bitches don't even know how to freaking work the lights. Look at this. Look at this. The lights just go off at the end of the game. That's dangerous. They don't even know what the hell they're doing, so.
No, they don't. That feels like cheating in a way.
I don't know. It's weird. WNBA, women's basketball absolutely
Terrible.
sucks. Yeah, that's enough
It's
women's
so
basketball
bad.
for this show.
The sport's so popular, I had no idea that that game was even happening, that the playoffs are happening.
What do you think about this? Show this. What do you think about this picture of Donald Trump eating noodles?
I feel like I kind of look like that when we're at Olive Garden, but...
No, you don't look like that.
I'm just kidding.
You don't look like
that's
that.
Not his best...
Babe, you do not look like that.
It looks like his mouth is, like, gone. Like...
That's a lot of noodles. Like, I mean, is that AI? Is that a real picture? Because Trump's going to see this. He's going to get mad at me. President Trump, if you are seeing this, I think it's badass that you can eat that many noodles in one bite. I'm being completely honest. It's just not a flattering picture, the way the noodles are still going into the bowl. And this was at... this is
in the UK, right?
Yeah, the UK, but whatever this building's called, it's not, what is it called? Not Westminster Abbey or whatever the hell, I don't know, you know, one of those gay English things, but he was eating noodles like a total boss. I didn't expect him. I guess when it's not McDonald's, it's hard for him to figure out how to eat stuff sometimes, right?
I guess so. I still can't believe that whenever they went to go, like, to the UN or visit or whatever was happening, that
Escalator
they saw the
bro?
escalator.
That's all. That was an inside job.
Yeah,
that
that
was
is
an inside
so, it's just retarded. That's so petty. It's,
Look how dominant he is, babe, the way he eats those noodles.
I
the way
know.
he can just-
He's so far from the bowl, too.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't give a damn, dude. He knows the
He's not
suits are
even anywhere
rental. He doesn't care if it splatters back down after he bites it and the noodles splatter back down into the bowl. If he gets remnants of this pasta sauce, the suits are rental. He's just going to return it. He doesn't give a damn. And just the confidence that he has to eat from this far from the bowl.
And no napkin tucked in.
No napkin, no nothing. Just straight badass. This is why he's president. I'm going to start eating noodles like that. And this is the Donald Trump Noodle Challenge. If you guys want to be like President Trump, please go get some ramen noodles and see how many ramen noodles you can put in your mouth in one fork full. So if you can get like the whole packet of ramen noodles in one fork full, we're going to share the best ramen noodle Donald Trump Noodle Challenge pictures or videos on the show tomorrow night, and if we don't get enough submissions by tomorrow night, then we will next Tuesday. So, Noodle Challenge, going out to you noodlers out there, all of you chat rats, get your noodle on, get those ramen noodles. I believe they were 10 cents a pack. They used to be like 2 cents a pack. Or what are they now? They're like 30 cents a pack? I don't know, but they used to be dirt cheap. I think we used to get 20 for $1, so I think they were 5 cents when I was a little kid. Gosh, you know, walking down memory lane gets emotional. So, are we going to get noodles for dinner tonight after seeing that?
Well, I have been asking for weeks to go to Olive Garden because they have the never-ending pasta. And Morgan was at Olive Garden today, and I was jealous.
Oh, our top chat rat was at...
Was that Olive Garden?
No, she was not.
Yeah, after her ultrasound for her little baby.
Oh, and this is what we're going to do next. Okay, here, let's watch this. I love morbidly obese women eating fast food. Why do I like that? And not in a non-sexual way. I swear it's not sexual.
Yeah, well, because they are funnier, and because they just don't care. They don't. I don't know.
That
they
is
don't
probably
care at all.
Yeah, the no fucks given attitude
Yes.
of being this morbidly obese and still eating on camera proudly. Let's watch some of this. These women, they eat so many damn Taco Bell stackers. It's insane. Let's just watch this clip. Do you think they're lying? I want to get the audience. Let's watch.
No, they're not lying based on how they look. They're not
Let's watch
lying.
the clip.
How many Taco Bell stackers can we eat? I think I'm gonna go for 12 this time. I think I could do about 15. I think we can do about 23. Just
23?
Taco Bell stackers in this bag. It's heavy too. It almost ripped. Here's my first one. Here's my first one. First one. second one.
What do you know what's in those? What are they?
This is my 13th one.
I have no idea.
I made it past 12, y'all. I'm done with the stackers, and I'm moving on to burritos.
Burrito?
This is my last one. I don't think I can make it past 30. Nachos for a little break.
They haven't taken one drink either.
No, they don't need any liquid.
Those look good. I want Taco Bell really bad now.
And 5 burritos. All right, my goal was what, 23? I got 30. So I think that's an accomplishment. Mine was 12. I got 14 stackers down, 3 quesadillas, and 10 tacos. Wow. My goal was 15 stackers, and I had 17 stackers, 5 burritos, some chips and cheese, and I ordered me a 12-pack of Cinnabon Delight. And how many can you eat?
Okay, if I'm being honest, I actually would like to hang out with them because I eat a lot. And like I wouldn't
You don't
feel
eat that
judged.
much. You don't eat that much.
But I wouldn't feel judged at least. Like, you know.
And I like morbidly obese black people because they can't beat you up because they can't catch you. You know what I mean?
I know, that's why that lady didn't beat me up last night.
Yeah, she was
fat.
stuck in that seat. She was so damn thick. She was literally stuck in that seat. Well, yesterday was an emotional day. I did not get to go viral, but my baby got to go viral. They wrote about her, so give it up for her. We're going to post her clip. Jimmy also spoke, so Jimmy needs to post his clip. When are you going to post your clip, Jimmy?
I was going to post it sometime tomorrow. Yeah, Brandon's making fun of me because I got choked up, and then the lady laughed at me because I was talking about Charlie's kids not having a dad, and she thought that was funny. And then
Well, because she probably didn't have a dad, so I mean, so.
But honestly, I mean, she definitely would have beat my ass, but I did not care. There's
She wouldn't have caught you. You're
She wouldn't have caught me, but there were cops everywhere.
She could bear hug you. Yeah, she knew. She had a warrant.
But she definitely was not expecting for someone to say something. That's why I was just like, screw it. I mean, she's so disrespectful. I don't know. Even like the rest of the
Mayor Maddie Parker is a total
She's terrible.
bitch. Sucks at her job, and everybody on that council is a bunch of freaking freaks in Fort Worth. And I will be back, probably not next month, but in 2 months, I'm coming back and I'm coming correct. And I'm going to embarrass every single council member on that dais if that's the last thing I do. But it won't be the last thing I do. It'll just be it'll be, in line with many things that I do to annoy the politicians of Fort Worth, because you guys all absolutely suck and do not care about the First Amendment.
Well, they also tried to, how that older guy went first, they tried to get rid of the public comment. They're trying to do that too.
Yeah, I know. And they make it where they just have a special meeting where it's just public comment for 1 hour, which is even worse for them because then everybody kind of knows to go there and lambast them.
Right.
Usually if people have to go during the meeting, they kind of like forget about it or whatever. But listen, they want to just try to play games. We can play games back. It's okay. I can play games too. I love Parcheesi. I love Monopoly. I'll bring my dice and we can straight up play some games next time I'm in Fort Worth.
They're terrible. You didn't even, sorry, but you didn't even say anything that was that bad.
I know, I said it in the closet. You're allowed to say in the closet. And I could have been referencing him being in an actual closet. I mean,
yeah, but also, this is just what's so frustrating is that we feel like, okay, we do have freedom of speech. We really don't. Like, you can't even go and address the city council members by their name half the time, especially in Dallas. You get in trouble if you even reference them by their name. How else are you supposed to address them? Like, these city council meetings, it's just insane. And they sit on their phone. They don't even listen to you, what you're saying. I mean, what are we supposed to do?
it's very hard, but I don't think we should stop. I would encourage everybody, if you're watching this, especially after Charlie Kirk's tragic passing, to go and speak at a local public meeting and defend your right to speak freely so you can say whatever you want. I really encourage people to do that. I love when people come up to me and say, Alex, you know what, because of you, I went and spoke at the city council meeting. That always, it just really brings so much joy to hear that, and we need more people doing it. All right, guys, we had a great show this evening. Thank you to Gwyn Andrews. Everybody go show her social media some love. We love Gwyn. She is a fighter for, you know, pro-life, and she wants to save as many babies as possible, and that's incredibly admirable for a young lady like herself to have that passion. And, babe, where can people find you and support you? You got a little Paige in Politics thing going on. You got some TikTok going on. Everybody needs to go follow.
Yeah, I have started making some of my own videos, paging politics on Instagram and TikTok, and then Blonde Conserve 1 on Twitter.
Everybody go follow my baby and do not be weird. I know you freaks are going to be weird.
No.
I'm friends with Kash Patel. I know he might not be good at stopping shootings, but he can find your ass, okay? So you guys be very careful with what you send my baby. And I want to do the freestyle finale, but it still feels too soon. I'm still in that kind of sad, you know, we can't really rap. But I love you guys. Did we get a super chat from Ollie? How much was that? What did they say?
Ollie was the Darius reference.
Oh, wow. We missed Darius. We maybe should bring him back for one episode before.
Yeah, I think so.
Before we go, but
maybe not the finale in case he does something rogue like.
Well, that would be the time to do it, though, if anything. But well, we've had a great show, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow night we have Owen Schroyer, and then the following Monday, I will be speaking at my first campus event at the University of South Carolina, as well as the following Monday after that, on October 6th, I'll be at the University of Arkansas. So I hope to see you guys at one of my campus stops on the tour. I love you guys, and make sure to watch the show tomorrow night with Owen Schroyer. We're going to dive deep and, really mix things up, as they say. I love you guys. Peace and good night.